After all these books that I got in December, I counted all the unread books that I own, and I calculated that at my current reading pace, I am set for the next 24 months without having to check out another library book or haul another book, which is astounding to me. Hello and welcome to my booktube channel, Jack and the Book Stack, where I talk about a wide variety of book genres and the bookish lifestyle. In this video, I'm going to do my December book shopping, book unboxing, book haul video, all the books that I'm getting this month, and I have some packages to kick us off here because I have an Illumicrate delivery and I also have the rest of my Black Friday shopping that just got dropped off at my front door. Now, I am going into the month of December hoping that I won't buy myself too many books because it's the holidays and so maybe my friends and family want to get me some things. But I always say that and I end up jinxing myself and buying a ton of books for myself. The Book Outlet Black Friday sale was too good to pass up though. All of these books were $5.99, so I had to order some. And this was actually the first book that I saw on their website that I really wanted. This is The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. I read this for a T. Kingfisher reading vlog that I did, and I mean, it's one of my favorite authors now. I love the variety she has, and this one was so creepy. I loved this horror book. I got this, it is overstocked, so they usually mark up the pages, which is something good to know about Book Outlet, but again, $5.99. Next up, The Republic of Pirates, being the true and surprising story of the Caribbean pirates and the man who brought them down. This is a nonfiction that I heard on the booktube channel Murphy Napier when she was talking about, I can't remember if it was nautical books or pirate books, but this was on my TBR immediately after that video. So when I saw it for $5.99, I was like, oh, that'll be a really cool nonfiction. I'm on a mission to find nonfiction that's really engaging and interesting, so I'm so excited to check this out. Next up, The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I love these editions, these like white ones by Neil Gaiman. So I've been collecting these, saw this for $5.99 and thought it would be perfect. I don't know too much about this story, but I love the way that Neil Gaiman writes like fantasy horror. It's really whimsical and creepy and engaging, so I'm so happy to give this one a shot. Next, an Agatha Christie book. This is part of the Poirot series that I'm collecting. This is Murder in the Mews. I can't remember. Oh, see, we have all the books in the Poirot series on the back in order, and this one falls right here. So it's kind of like midway through the series, but they're all independent. You can read them in any order. I love this quirky, conceited, arrogant detective, Hercule Poirot. So I'm so excited to continue reading these books. The next book, it's a hardcover. What is it? I don't remember. Oh, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is a interesting one. I always say that I don't like sci-fi, and yet here I am buying like the sci-fi book. But I read this, I thought it was cute. I liked the sarcasm of it, and so I really wanted to add it to my collection, and I loved this hardcover edition, especially when it's only $5.99. Okay, finally, I think I remember which book this is. This is The Child Thief by Bram. Bram wrote Krampus, which is a Christmas horror that I loved and I gave 5 stars. He also wrote Slewfoot, which is like a witch kind of a horror story, which I rated 2 stars because I don't really like the Salem witch trials. But I love this author. I love the creativity. This is like a Peter Pan inspired tale, and so I'm really excited to see like Bram's horror take on this and Neverland and all that. I'm so excited to read this. Those are the 6 books I got from Book Outlet for their Black Friday sale, but now let's go ahead and see what Illumicrate has for me. This has to be the monthly edition. I wonder if this is the November one. So I can't think of what it is. Oh, I do remember I was getting this now because I wanted to read this, but I was suspecting they were sending it, so I didn't want to buy it. This is Starling House. This is interesting. There's like a clear, here, let me get the reflection off it. Like a clear dust jacket. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen a clear dust jacket before. Oh, that is cool. That is neat. Okay, and then here it's like, I love a good haunted house. It's my favorite horror trope. So I love that. And then here we have the stenciled edges. Ooh, fancy, fancy. I wish it had the title on the side. They keep doing that to me. Like, what happens if I want to display it without the dust jacket? Yeah, this is really intriguing. Never seen a clear dust jacket before. That is very creative. I'm really excited to read this one. Have you read this one yet? I feel like it's been very popular and I feel like I've seen it everywhere, and I think I've heard decent, if not great, reviews. So let me know if you've read it, what you think of this one. I have 3 other books that I got this weekend that I have not shown you yet. Firstly, I got American Gods by Neil Gaiman. So excited to continue with the collection. And this was a gift. This was from the BookTube channel Bex Reads. I love her channel. She does a ton of collaborations, and she was a guest on the Bibliophiles where I got to interview her, and we just laughed so much. I had such a good conversation with her, but I think she knows that I am collecting these Neil Gaimans, and I love that it kind of makes me think of the American flag, which I did a collab with her on her channel for like a 4th of July collaboration video. So I don't know, it's kind of sentimental, even though I'm sure it wasn't intended that way, but it still definitely makes me think of her. I also stopped at Goodwill this weekend and I got 2 books. Firstly, I got the horror book Pen Pal, which I'm really excited about. I've heard some good things about it. I've heard it's very scary. Got this for $2.29, so that's a deal. And then I am collecting these classics, the Penguin Black editions, and so they had Persuasion by Jane Austen. It has a little bit of a bend to it, but these ones I don't mind so much if the condition is a little bit loved, because I like to rate on these and annotate them and like toss them around. They're not like my fancy leather bound editions. I just like having like a full set of these black editions when all the spines line up. Yeah, I'm OCD in that, I guess. So these were my 2 finds at Goodwill. This one was also $2.29, so I got both of these from Goodwill, and I'm off to a great start. Here's to a great start in December. Bex Reads is spoiling me yet again. This time for my birthday, she sent me a very thoughtful gift again. She sent me Combat Codes. This is a book that I believe takes place in a military school setting. Pretty sure this is a new fantasy series. I've heard the fight scenes are really, really cool, so I'm excited to see what that is all about. I am so happy that I met Becky from Bex Reads this year, and we've collabed on a couple of videos. More recently, she published a video where she stitched together different clips of booktubers talking about books they recommend as gifts to get somebody, and it was so creative, and I loved seeing everybody's different recommendations. They varied so much, and I got to see a lot of other cool channels. So Bex Reads, super creative videos. You can meet a lot of other booktubers, get a lot of different recommendations. She always has really creative videos, so please check out her channel. She is so incredibly thoughtful and kind. I also have an in real life friend who sent me Wolf Song by TJ Klune for a birthday present. He has been one of my best supporters, every day checking in on me, seeing what videos I have planned, what I'm reading, what I plan to do next. And it is so much fun to have a friend that really supports something that you're passionate about. And he's reading more books. He loves reading Stephen King books, so we love talking about those. This was a complete surprise. I love TJ Klune. I love his wholesome feel-good vibes. This is a new series that he's writing. I think there's 4. I'm not sure if it's a completed series, but this is book 1. So excited to check this one out because I love TJ Klune, and that was so kind of my friend to send this to me. I am so touched and honored to have a friend like that. All right, so Amazon was having a sale, and I noticed that on my wish list, this beauty, Words of Radiance, book 2 of the Stormlight Archive, was $5 off. So I ordered myself a copy of that, even though I have editions over here of it. Like I've said before, I can't decide what editions to collect, so I'm just doing both for now because, you know, consumerism. And also $5 off was this edition of Warbreaker, which I just read. I had this white paperback edition as well from UK, but I actually really, really love this cover. It's one of the few Brandon Sanderson US editions that I adore. So since it was on sale, I decided to pick it up. Also because I prefer hardcover, because I feel like they last a lot longer. Boy, do I have some books to show you. First and foremost, we have an unboxing from Book Outlets. This came in yesterday, but I was too busy and didn't have time to open it, and I figured this timing was perfect. So there should be 4 books in here. With tax, they average out to about $10 each. First and foremost, the book that started it all, I saw there was a hardcover version of Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. This has been on my TBR for the longest time, and I saw this hardcover edition and I was like, yes, absolutely. For 10 bucks, I need that. So because I am a financial guru, I needed to get up to a minimum of $35 for free shipping, so I bought 3 other books. The next book I got was The River of Silver, and I got this one because they also had Kingdom of Copper. So this is from the David trilogy. And okay, I'm kind of hypocritical for buying these books because I had book 1 on my 23 books to read in 2023 TBR, and it's the only book that I didn't get to this year. So why did I think I needed to buy book 2 and the novella from the series? I don't know. But I do really love the covers. I will get to it. But now this also means I need to upgrade book 1 from my paperback to a hardcover. So yeah, I'm not that financially savvy. Then the 4th book, and the last book that's in this box, is Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. I have seen this making the rounds. I think it's a cozy mystery. I know it's a mystery, but I think it might be a little bit of a satire too. Don't quote me on any of that because I'm going into this relatively blind, but I think the title itself really sets a tone for me. It says, Knives Out and Clue meet Agatha Christie and the Thursday Murder Club in this fiendishly clever blend of classic and modern murder mystery. And that just sounds like so much fun to me. So pretty good haul from Book Outlet. Got these 4 books. Again, the entire order with tax and everything was like 40 bucks and free shipping. Yay! Yesterday I had my family birthday lunch and they really spoiled me with some books that I've been wanting to add to the collection. Firstly, I got some more books to add to my Agatha Christie collection. These are the Hercule Poirot books in the series. There's a ton of them, so it really helps me out that they get me some as gifts. So I got this one, Lord Edgware Dies. I do not know how to pronounce that name. But this one's kind of fun because my mom and I just watched the movie for it, so that's kind of fun. And then we have Murder in Mesopotamia and Appointment with Death, and finally Evil Under the Sun. So really excited. I have some reading to do next year with this series, that is for sure. Then a blast from the past for a lot of millennials, I got an anniversary tin of some Goosebumps books. These YA horror are so much fun. I read like 5 of them from another set and it was so nostalgic for me. I had so much fun. This one includes Stay Out of the Basement, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, The Haunted School, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder, and The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. Let's open it up and see what the covers look like. It's so funny because these just like take me back to grade school. Oh my gosh, I love these covers. Sorry, I don't want the glare on it. So fun. Do you remember these? Did you ever read Goosebumps books? Because these were iconic. I actually read so much of them in like the 4th grade that my teacher actually had to tell me like, you can't count those towards reading goals anymore. You have to read something else. And I was so upset because I loved them so much. I definitely remember this cover the most, I think, but I don't remember these stories, so it'll be so fun, like reading them for the first time. You know that here on Jack in the Book Stack, I love a good theme, and I definitely get that from my family because they nailed this theme. Look at this puzzle I got. So not a book, but still very bookish, an Agatha Christie puzzle. I cannot wait to start this. I want to like clear off the Christmas decorations and like start doing this puzzle. I'm so excited. My family really hooked me up for Christmas. Let me show you what I got for this Christmas haul. So first of all, they got me more Poirot books by Agatha Christie. I got 3-Act Tragedy and Curtain, Poirot's Last Case. This is the last one in the 37 book series as per the list on the back. I'm only missing 7. So it means I own 80% of the series, and I really need to get cracking on those in 2024. On BookTube, a lot of the favorite reads of the year videos are being published, and I was having serious FOMO that I didn't own this book, so I was super thrilled to unwrap Nestlings by Nat Cassidy for Christmas. This horror book just came out, I think, on Halloween, and I loved Mary, the other book by him, and I'm so excited to read this, especially seeing how much people loved it. I'm so easily influenced, but I already knew that I love this author, so I am dying to check this out, and it is on my January TBR because I can wait no longer. Still in the horror category, but a very different tone, I got another set of Goosebumps books. So I'm really excited to read these as well. I got A Night in Terror Tower, Why I'm Afraid of Bees, The Beast from the East, Legend of the Lost Legend, and Monster Blood, which has the most nostalgic cover for me. If you were ever a fan of Goosebumps as a kid, like, I think you remember this cover with the green slime. So excited to take a walk down memory lane and read these. I was also super thrilled to get a copy of The Wager. This is a nonfiction book. It is a survival story about a shipwreck on a deserted island. Like a classic story, right? But the fact that this is nonfiction, that it actually happened, has me super intrigued. And I think this will fit in very well in 2024 for my nautical themed reads month. So, advanced planning for the win. Now for some fantasy books that I got for Christmas. I got Ravensong by TJ Klune. This is book 2 in the Green Creek novel series. You already saw me haul the first book in the series, so I'm super excited. There are 4 books total. I think the series is being republished right now, so these are like the newly released editions. So the first 2 are the only ones out. I will be getting the other 2 after they are published, but I'm really excited to dive into this because I have not read anything by TJ Klune that I didn't absolutely love. Which is a great segue to the next book, The House on the Cerulean Sea, also by TJ Klune. I read this, and this is where I fell in love with the author because I loved the coziness and the charming characters that he writes, and that's really what I know him for, his cozy, charming, funny, sarcastic characters. So I needed a copy of this for myself. Another favorite author of mine is T. Kingfisher, and I've been dying to read Sword Heart, so I'm thrilled that I have a copy of this book for myself, and it is the hardcover edition because I prefer hardcovers. I think they last longer, so I am so excited. It kind of matches my outfit. Huh? I didn't even plan that. We're on the same level. But I'm excited for this one. I think this one has like a character that pops out of a sword. I think of like a genie coming out of a lamp. That's the impression I have. But I think this one has good humor. I think it has a little bit of romance. I don't know, but T. Kingfisher can do no wrong in my eyes. She writes great horror and also fantasy, so I love kind of the variety that she can do, so I'm excited to check this one out. Moving away from the fantasy and over to historical romance, I got a 25th anniversary edition of Voyager, which is part of the Outlander series and the next one that I need to read. This one's pretty beefy. I'm a little bit intimidated, but having this beautiful, beautiful copy makes me want to pick it up right away. It also has a ribbon bookmark, which is like kryptonite for me. I love a ribbon bookmark. And this beautiful like hardcover without a dust jacket. It's silly, but I think you're on BookTube, so you probably understand me. Like, I'm excited to read this because it's those little things. The hardcover, the ribbon bookmark make me want to pick it up, in addition to the story. My family also really hooked me up with a stack of classic books going into the new year. I think they knew that I have a goal of reading 6 next year, so I am fully stocked now, if I wasn't already. I got Northanger Abbey and Villette. These are the Penguin Black editions that I love to annotate. So I want to do reading vlogs for these and I want to annotate them. These are also 2 contenders of classics that I might want to read in January. I posted my TBR video and asked for comments which one I should kick the year off with. So these are 2 of the contenders and I'm ready to roll with those. I also got a Penguin Black edition of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is something I want to read in May for my nautical themed reading month. This classic, this cover is like super fun. It kind of makes me think this might be a sci-fi story. Can it be sci-fi? Under the sea? I always think of sci-fi as being space, but I guess like technology could be under the sea too. I don't know, I digress. I really want to read this year, and so I'm so happy I have another edition that I can annotate. They also helped me really stock up my Penguin cloth-bound editions. I think we're gonna send all the children of Penguin through college with all these editions that I got. I got Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I have been wanting this edition for so long. I think it's so cute, the white and the pink with the flamingos. Makes me super happy. And of course, a ribbon bookmark, can't go wrong. And Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. I read my first Charles Dickens this past year and loved him. I was shocked. Like, I always thought he'd be super dry and it would be tough to get through, but I loved his writing. So I am really anxious to read more. And now I'm saving the best for last. This Christmas gift was not on my wish list, but it is so perfect and so exquisite. I am so happy to own this. I got a edition of The Princess Bride, and this is one that I've always wanted, but I didn't want like the movie adaptation cover. So I got this one, and it's illustrated, which is really cool. Not every page, like not like a kid's book or anything, but can you see like these beautiful pages with the corners on them? So neat. Let's see if I can find an illustration. And the illustrations aren't based on the movie, which is really nice. They're their own unique images. So really, really excited to experience this story. I've never read it before, but I adore the movie. Of course, it's a classic. So really, really happy. I think this was such a thoughtful gift. So happy to own this. After all these books that I got in December, I counted all the unread books that I own, and I calculated that at my current reading pace, I am set for the next 24 months without having to check out another library book or haul another book, which is astounding. Because I don't do a lot of unhauling of my book collection, I really need to consider slowing down. I don't think I'm gonna do a book buying ban. Let's be realistic. I love the happiness I get from buying a book, especially if it's on sale. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's my favorite thing. Finding a deal. I can't say no to a deal. But I do think I need to slow down my pace a little bit, or maybe focus on checking out the books from the library before I buy them. Like, read them, make sure I like them, and then I want to add them to my collection. I think that's something I can work on going into the new year. But I love getting books. It makes me so happy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this book haul video and all the book hauls that I've done in 2023. Happy reading to you, and I will see you in the next video.